That was stupidly hectic. At least Baines is dead. I never liked that guy anyway. But I hope I'm not the only person who's just like, what the fuck is going on? Because I'm at this point in the game where I'm just so confused that I'm completely ignoring the story now. Where's Toby? Oh my god. Someone shot the bloody dog. Oh no. Where are you?
It's impossible to open this dratted door. The police left such a mess that something must have fallen behind it.
What?
Or it got stuck when it closed.
Wait. Hold on, we cleaned the whole flat. Obviously brought a new table. Because it was broken. But we didn't clean up Sherlock's room. Wow. What have you done with the dog, Watson?
Holmes's pipe. Broken. I didn't notice it the last time.
I did. Oh, God. Is this by O'Farley? It doesn't say. Last minute. Sherlock Holmes wanted by Scotland Yard for the murder of Inspector Baines. He was asking for it. Yesterday, under shocking circumstances, the well-known detective, Sherlock Holmes, murdered Scotland Yard's Inspector Baines in cold blood during a dawn raid at a mill within the suburbs of London. It should be noted that Sherlock Holmes is currently the principal suspect for the recent explosion that cost the life of Sir Beckett, Judge of the High Court of Justice. Man, I bet his wife's going to be upset. Poor lady. Hopefully she doesn't throw those kids away and goes into a super depressed state and then kills herself. I mean, let's hope she doesn't, because she seems to have come off as a nice lady. Oh God. Mr. Holmes escaped from the police after setting fire to the mill where he had been hiding. At the time of writing these lines before going to the press, we have no further details regarding the case. Scotland Yard has declined to comment. More details should be forthcoming in tomorrow's edition. Wow.
Today's newspaper. Mrs. Hudson must have left it early this morning. Baines's murder has made the front page. The news has spread quickly. The poor man shot at point-blank range. He had faith in Holmes right to the end.
Did he?
And it cost him his life.
I don't think he did.
We think that we know the people around us, those who are close to us, who are part of our everyday lives, parents, colleagues, companions, friends. Then something unexpected happens, and it tears away the blinkers which we have chosen to wear. And it's at that precise moment that we finally see the true nature of those who always mattered the most to us.
Like your wife?
In this case, what could have pushed the man, whom I have always considered as honest and loyal, to sink to such barbaric crimes and cold-blooded murder? I don't have the answer. But one thing is certain. Up until today, I had a friend. A noise, but it's coming from the flat, I'm sure.
Oh, Watson. Trust Holmes more. Who's in here?
Holmes! I know you are in there! Holmes! Open this door immediately!
I think that I would rather not.
Hey, we've had this dream.
I need to know! You have no right to keep the truth from me! Tell me!
I am sorry, Watson.
Open this door, or I will break it down!
Do what you like. The door is not locked.
She's going to be pointing a gun at you, Watson. Don't do it, dude. Oh.
Driven me to this.
As if you pulled the trigger.
Open up!
Holy shit! What the fuck? I was not expecting him to kill himself. Man, I've really not played this game enough.
Why did it have to come to this, Holmes? All those years of friendship and respect, of trust, everything that we went through together, and You deceived me all along, damn you. I wish that I had seen through all of your lies. But now, it is over. It is all over.
Oh, end of the game, I guess.
After so many days of relentless investigations and sleepless nights, I returned to the Thames area, to the very place where the bishop's nephew had died. I only had one trail left to explore, one last desperate attempt to understand recent events. I descended into the putrid, dark, suffocating depths of the town, the sewers. The fresh breeze from the Thames gave way to the stale, dank air of the dark tunnels. A shadow moving through an underground labyrinth, tormented, wandering through this humid, oppressive purgatory. What I might find mattered little. The most important thing was to keep moving.
I don't understand what's going on. Why am I in the sewers now? What could he possibly want in the sewers? Is there no more information? There's absolutely there's no information of or explanation of why Watson's in here. Well, why has it gone into the sewers? To the very place the bishop's nephew died. Didn't he die in the foundry? He fell into the lava, or the molten metal. I don't understand what the fuck going on anymore, guys. Holmes shot himself into phase, which, okay, that's fine. But why is Watson suddenly gone? Let's go to the sewers. I had one trail left to explore, one less desperate attempt to understand the recent events. How does that lead you to the sewers? I don't understand. Confusion is my name at the moment. Oh, rope.
A piece of rope that floats. If it's long enough, then it might be useful.
Rope that floats.
It's very heavy.
Give it a damn good pull then. Oh, a hook. Oh!
A body!
Holy shit!
Weighed down by the anchor. If I can retrieve the anchor, I can use it as a grappling hook.
It's just... Oh, we're not going to comment on the guy. What's he doing in the water? Who is this guy? He looks like, Kurtz. Basically the same body, isn't it? Is there a reason this poor bastard's down here? Just... Okay, we don't care. Whatever.
I can see something. This butt is still dry, despite the surrounding damp. It was thrown here not so long ago. Let's be careful.
Careful of who? Or whom? I really don't understand what's going on anymore. I'm so confused. I don't know what we're doing down here. It's bloody dark. Guessing I'm grappling that boat. Get over here!
Now, let's pull the boat back here. The boat is tied up on the other bank. It's impossible to pull it back to me.
Well...
It will be better not to jump. I really don't fancy falling into that foul mud.
Why? It's only got poo in it. It's not like you're gonna die.
Wire!
Oh. This door looks bloody small, doesn't it? I mean, Watson's not exactly tall. But you'd have to, like, crouch to get through that door. Oh.
Oops. This bar has come away in my hands.
Oh, wow. Destructive much. I guess I'm using this on this.
This will be useful.
Yeah, I remember that. And I remember what you do with this iron bar as well. To do with this.
This must be a service trapdoor used to release the water in the event of the sewers overflowing. An iron...
Oh, yeah?
The trapdoor is horizontal and solidly fixed.
Thanks, Watson. Now we can get on the boat. So he doesn't get his shit on his shoes.
An old scarf with blood on it. This bit of iron seems new. and looks like a piece from ordinary machinery.
Okay. Is that?
Footprints. Someone has been here recently.
Who would want to be in a bloody sewers? What's wrong with them? I'm expecting Killer Croc to come jumping out the sewers and try to kill me. But then I realise I'm not Batman, so I don't have to worry.
Footprints. Someone has been here recently.
Okay. It's over here though. I don't want to go into the dark. I don't know if I'm in the sewers. There you go. All clean. Using this
Incredible.
and this. Oh.
This grate is new and has a mechanical locking system.
Who would make this locking system? They must really hate themselves. Okay, these puzzles aren't too difficult. I kind of like these puzzles. I played this a lot in these types of puzzles and other games. They're always interesting. They're always like, there's only like always like ever one solution, but at the same time, yeah. So it's like this way, this way, this way, this way, that. Okay, this one's not too difficult. There's only ever one solution. So, pretty sure it's to the right, then I think it's like this. There we go.
Open.
Nice. Guess we're going into the deep, dank sewers.
Come on, John. Courage.
Yeah, suck it up, John.
And here's another. See how you like that? Oh, and how does this feel? I don't think he like that much. That'll teach him. Let's see if I can break.
Holy shit! My God, Watson, you fucking ledge! You shot those guys in the back.
Holmes.
What? I'm pretty sure he shot himself in the face.
See you, Watson.
Whee!
Oh no.
Yes, he's alive! The bad guys had better watch out now. Grandpa's alive, and he is a good man. I knew that he was. Uh-oh, they're going to be sorry now. My grandpa rules. Yes, and my grandpa saved him. Read it.
You are alive. I don't know what to feel. Relief or regret.
Watson, my friend.
You are not in a good state, Holmes.
Neither are you.
I suppose not. Can you walk?
Not without your help.
Why did you fake your own death? And who were those men?
I have to carry on with the investigation. Alone. John, I'm innocent. I'm not an accomplice of those men. Look at me.
Do I look as though I could be their boss? Am I in a position to give such orders?
What a relief. My God, what a relief.
It could be joking and lying to you, Watson.
Hemlock, a few Indian plants, and sheep's blood to create the impression of death. The pathologist who owed me a favor for the death certificate.
Holmes, I was talking about this affair of...
I will explain everything, my friend, but we must leave here.
Yes, let's go back to Baker Street. I'll help you. Lean on me.
Home at last. I have missed this old room very much, Watson.
I put everything back in place after Baines went through it, but I didn't stay here. I couldn't face it.
Sit down, my friend. It is time for you to know the full details of this case. First of all, I must apologize for the distress that this has caused you, and for my behavior, which was, I know, quite abominable. I can only hope that by the end of this explanation you will understand that I behaved in such a way only to protect you, and that it caused me great pain to see your trust and confidence in me ebbing away.
From whom or what did you wish to protect me?
From Professor Moriarty.
Moriarty?
We should not have taken pity on him in that Swiss asylum. Do you remember during the case of the Awakened? Our indulgence has cost us dear today.
He's responsible for the bishop's murder?
Yes, but that was only a small detail in his plan. A detail which he had to eliminate as it compromised the whole of his diabolical project. The bishop had in his possession a document which he suspected as being one component of a larger puzzle. The ramifications were unknown to him, but he considered the matter as sufficiently important that he should consult me. The day before our macabre discovery, his nephew, who was in his confidence, brought to him an important element which helped him understand Moriarty's grand plan. It was at that moment the two men began to comprehend the seriousness of the situation. The bishop then decided to contact me.
Against his nephew's wishes? Was that what they argued about?
Yes, but Moriarty found out that the bishop knew of his projects, and he arranged for his murder. The murderers were also supposed to bring back the document that the nephew, young Hampford, found, but they were unable to open the safe.
What was the document?
Evidence of Prince Woodville's implication in the project.
The nephew must have retrieved it from the Royal Archives, where he worked. A link to the crown.
Yes, Moriarty wanted to overthrow Queen Victoria and place the prince on the throne of England.
But that's impossible. He would have needed to create an incredible coup d'etat.
Patience, Watson. First of all, Moriarty placed his pawns so they might begin to develop and encourage a tense atmosphere, ready to discredit the Queen and thereby raise Woodville's popularity.
And provoke a famine, so that the prince's soup kitchens could begin distributing food and he would appear as a hero.
Exactly. Moriarty quickly learned that I was making inquiries as to his plan, and without wishing to sound vain, he knew that I was the only person capable of upsetting his schemes. He therefore set up a plan that I be discredited and thought of as a criminal.
And you played along with him.
Precisely. Allowing him to believe that he had succeeded was the best way of ensuring that his attention was no longer fixed on me.
Why didn't you say anything to Scotland Yard?
Did you not think it strange that Inspector Lestrade was away for weeks?
What? You mean to say that Baines
Was working for
Fucking knew it.
I understand.
Prick Baines.
The bishop's murderers were in the hands of this traitor, and you were therefore at a dead end after our investigations of the opium den.
Yes, and Baines' authority allowed him access to the police archives. He changed and forged all the charges in the documents that you saw at Judge Beckett's house. It was also he who substituted the Samoan necklace for a vulgar copy.
So that was why the judge went to Farley's, to obtain Baines's false information.
Precisely, but they each found themselves as instruments in Moriarty's strange orchestra. Judge Beckett received entire books full of charges against me, and a journalist such as Farley will not hold back when he gets the chance to make the front page of all the newspapers in England. With regard to Farley, it was a mere case of professional misconduct.
And to think that I held you responsible for the explosion at the judge's house. What a relief! But why did Moriarty have him killed?
He was on the point of discovering that all the documents supplied by Farley, and therefore by Baines, were false. Exactly the opposite to what our enemy was anticipating.
And where did the poison fit in all this?
Unfortunately, I do not possess all the information on this subject. The first time that we saw the effects of this substance on the body of the bishop, the poison was evidently only at an experimental stage. It was much too potent to do anything with.
Effectively. But in the second case, Kurtz, I didn't notice a great advance.
However, there was one. The poison was no longer fatal.
Yes, but the madness was still there. I should remind you that he attempted to devour his own dogs.
Correct, Watson. But it was not the second case, as you supposed. Remember the number of other incidences of madness, either collective or individual,
Or the nuns
made in the press in the days prior to it.
that we read earlier.
That Moriarty tested this dangerous mixture on a large number of guinea pigs, apparently with little success, as all those people are now dead. I say apparently, because I do not have the least idea as to the result Moriarty was hoping for.
And that's where Hans comes in, isn't it?
Moriarty needed him to devise the substance's final formula.
And so you helped Hans to escape, so he might lead you to it.
Yes, but things did not go as I had planned. The professor's men got their hands on him just after his escape.
And you lost his trail.
Yes, but I doubted that Moriarty would take Hans to his lair. To find him, I had only one trail, the bomb placed at the judge's house.
The trail of the 3 Russian brothers.
I found out about the mill by having the anarchists' trail followed by the children in my own secret police. Once again, their help was a determining factor. As regards knowing where to locate Moriarty's lair, I hoped to find the information in the attic of the water mill. I got to it only just in time before Baines turned up.
And you were stuck then, weren't you? Allowing him to arrest you would have meant certain death.
Regrettably. But Moriarty's plan worked in any case, as after killing Baines, I became England's most wanted man for the murder of a Scotland Yard inspector.
And so you had to make sure that people forgot about you. Therefore, you orchestrated your own death so that you might continue your investigation discreetly. Oh, that was a terrible time for me, Holmes.
I am sorry, my dear fellow.
Well, the important thing is that you are well and truly alive.
Yes, but it is not over yet. Moriarty will take action one day or another.
You were saying that you had found Moriarty's hideout. Where is it?
In an abandoned fun fair on the outskirts of London. It is quite certain that they are all there. 𝘱𝑒𝑖𝑙𝑚AN, the prince, and of course, Moriarty.
If Moriarty puts the prince on the throne, he'll have his hands on the reins of the kingdom. Her colonies, her diplomatic network, her riches, everything.
Yes, including the army, the war fleet, everything he needs to help him conquer Europe. And eventually, I suspect, the world.
Holmes, we have to be...
That's a stretch.
The plan hasn't been put into action yet. Perhaps it's not too late.
Let us go immediately, Watson.
There's so many plot holes in this that make no sense to me. Maybe I overlooked things, but
Do you really believe that Moriarty is in there behind that fence?
Something in the wind seems to suggest it, Watson.
I have a peculiar acid taste in my mouth, if that is what you mean, Holmes.
Well, yes. The air is tainted still with toxic fumes from the factory chimneys.
I believe that I read about this place. The fun fair was abandoned after the factory was built so close by. It was said that even the ice cream tasted bitter.
why would the government let you build a fucking factory next to a circus?
Down there, there seems to be some strange activity taking place inside.
Strange and in keeping with Moriarty's activities. Let us go and see what they're up to.
So, gonna not do that. Like, I don't... Like, so the plot holes I'm thinking of are as follows. Why did Sherlock Holmes place the bomb himself if Moriarty was supposed to have done that? That makes no sense to me. Maybe I'm seeing something that I shouldn't have. Like, it would make sense if Sherlock was kidnapped and the person that we've been interacting with at the start of the game till when we rescued him was a fake. But that's not what it is. Why was Sherlock in the sewers, being beaten by those two random dudes? When he faked his own death and Moriarty assumed he's dead. Well, I don't get that either. There's so many weird, like, plot holes that make no sense to me. They're just two of them that are like a glaring, complete nonsense. Like I said, maybe I missed something, but it feels like they've not filled out some of the story. They've not really explained what Ferguson's deal was. I'm guessing that they used his identity as a means to get the weapons, but I don't think somebody in the Navy is going to have access to explosives and ordnance such as the Gatling guns. I wouldn't think they would. Not isn't the Navy's boats and shit. Surely you don't get access to guns. Maybe you do. I just don't get it. It's like, I've played this game a few times. Don't get me wrong. But like, replaying it now slowly, because I normally just skip all the dialogue because I don't play for the story. But like, actually sitting down and listening to the story, I'm fucking confused. I'm so confused. Well, you know, I'm sure that maybe the plot holes will fill themselves in. They probably won't. But yeah. They really should have just made it so that Holmes had been kidnapped and he was replaced with a body double. Something that Moriarty made. Maybe he used the poison that Hans was to indoctrinate somebody into thinking they're Sherlock Holmes. That would have made more sense. But the fact that Sherlock Holmes wasn't, and he was still himself, is... God, I'm gonna have to think on this. I got more questions in my head than I'm willing to admit.